I swear, Ethan, you're overthinking again. Daniel smiled at me from across the kitchen, flipping pancakes like nothing in the world could ever go wrong. I'm not overthinking, I said, leaning against the counter. I'm observing. There's a difference. He laughed. Yeah? And what are you observing this time? That you've burned 2 pancakes already. I like them crispy. They're not crispy, Daniel. They're black. Still edible. I shook my head, trying not to smile. You're impossible. And you love me anyway. I looked at him for a second longer than usual. Yeah, I do. Good answer, he said, sliding a plate toward me. Now sit. Breakfast is served. Before I could reply, the doorbell rang. Daniel groaned. If that's Lily, tell her I'm not sharing pancakes. I rolled my eyes and walked to the door. She practically lives here. You should know that by now. I opened the door, and there she was, Lily Thompson, holding a coffee cup and smiling like she always did. Good morning, best friend, she said, stepping inside without waiting. Morning, I said. You're early. I know. I had a feeling you'd need me. Daniel called out from the kitchen. If you're here for pancakes, you're too late. I brought coffee, Lily shot back. So you should be thanking me. I laughed as I followed her inside. You two are like children. Correction, Daniel said, placing another plate down. She is the child. I'm the responsible one. Lily snorted. You? Responsible? Ethan, are you hearing this? I hear everything, I said, sitting down. Unfortunately. We all laughed, and for a moment, everything felt exactly the way it always did. Easy, warm, safe. Lily sat beside me, nudging my shoulder. So, what's the plan today? Work, I said. Same as always. You work too much, she said. And you don't work enough, I replied. Balance, Daniel said, pointing his spatula at both of us. That's the key. Look at him, Lily whispered to me, acting like he's got life figured out. I do, Daniel said. Step 1, marry Ethan. Step 2, survive Lily. Rude, she said, grabbing a pancake from his plate. Hey, he protested. You said you weren't sharing, she said, already taking a bite. That doesn't mean you can steal. I watched them bicker, smiling quietly. This right here was my life, and I loved it. You're staring, Lily said suddenly. Am I? I asked. Yeah, Daniel added. What's going on in that head of yours? Nothing, I said quickly. Just thinking. Dangerous, Lily said. Very, Daniel agreed. I was just thinking how lucky I am, I said. They both paused. Wow, Lily said softly. That's unexpectedly deep for 8 a.m. I'm serious, I said. I mean it. I have everything I could ask for. Daniel reached over and squeezed my hand. You deserve it. Yeah, Lily added. You really do. For a second, something in her tone felt off. But it passed so quickly I wasn't sure if I imagined it. Okay, I said, clearing my throat. Let's not get emotional over pancakes. Too late, Daniel said. I'm already crying. You're not crying. I am internally. Lily laughed again, and just like that, the moment was gone. After breakfast, Daniel grabbed his keys. I've got an early meeting. Don't wait up for lunch. Since when do you have early meetings? I asked. Since always, he said quickly. You just don't notice. That's not true, I said. He kissed my forehead. I'll call you later, okay? Okay. He turned to Lily. Don't eat everything while I'm gone. No promises, she said. The door closed behind him, and the house felt quieter. Lily leaned back on the couch. He's been busy lately. Yeah, I said. Work, I guess. Maybe, she said, looking at her phone. What does that mean? Nothing, she said quickly. Just you know how things get. I frowned slightly. You're being weird. I'm not, she said, forcing a smile. You're just overthinking again. Maybe, I said. She stood up suddenly. I should go too. I have stuff to do. You just got here. Yeah, but things came up. Like what? Just things, she repeated, already heading for the door. Lily, I said, stopping her. Is everything okay? She hesitated for a second. Yeah, everything's fine. Are you sure? Of course, she said. Don't worry so much. I watched her leave, a strange feeling settling in my chest. Later that day, I tried calling Daniel. No answer. I tried again. Still nothing. Probably in a meeting, I muttered to myself. I sent a message instead. Call me when you're free. Hours passed. No reply. By evening, I was sitting alone on the couch, staring at my phone. Relax, I whispered to myself. You're overthinking. The door finally opened, and Daniel walked in. Hey, he said casually. Hey, I replied. Long day. Yeah, he said, avoiding my eyes. Meetings. I called you. I know. I couldn't pick up. All day. He shrugged. It happens. I studied his face. Something felt different. Did you eat? I asked. Yeah, with a client. Oh, silence filled the room. You okay? He asked. Yeah, I said quickly. Just tired. Same, he said. I'm gonna shower. Okay. He walked away, and I sat there, trying to shake off the uneasy feeling growing inside me. Maybe I was overthinking. Maybe everything really was fine. I leaned back and closed my eyes. Everything's fine, I whispered again. But for the first time, I wasn't completely sure. I started noticing the silence before I understood it. Hey, Ryan, I said one evening. How was your day? Busy, Dad, he replied without looking up from his laptop. Busy with what? I asked. Just stuff, he said. That's not an answer, I said, trying to smile. He sighed. College applications, work, life, you wouldn't get it. His words stung more than I expected. Try me, I said. I'm good, he replied. I've got a handle. I stood there for a moment, then nodded. All right. Lucas was sitting on the couch, scrolling through his phone. Lucas, I called out. Want to watch something together? I'm busy, he said without even glancing at me. Doing what? I asked. Talking to friends, he said. You can pause that, I replied. No, I can't, he said flatly. I felt something shift inside me. Later, I saw Sophia in the kitchen. Hey, sweetheart, I said. How's school? It's fine, she replied. Just fine. I asked. Yeah, she said, grabbing a drink. You used to tell me everything, I said. She shrugged. That was a long time ago. Her words echoed in my mind, long after she left the room. That night, Emily sat across from me at the dinner table. You feel it too, don't you? She asked. Feel what? I said. The distance, she replied. They're slipping away. They're just growing up, I said. It's normal. No, she said firmly. This isn't normal. They're busy with their lives, I argued. And where are you in those lives? She asked. I'm right here, I said. Physically, yes, she replied, but not emotionally. I leaned back, frustrated. I've given them everything. They didn't need everything, she said. They needed you. They still have me, I insisted. Do they? She asked quietly. I didn't answer. The next day at work, Mark leaned against the wall beside me. You look troubled, he said. I'm fine, I replied. You always say that, he said. What's going on? It's the kids, I admitted. They've changed. Or maybe you have, he said. I'm doing the same thing I've always done, I replied. Exactly, he said. I frowned. What's that supposed to mean? You've been absent for years, he said. Now they've learned to live without you. That's not true, I said. Then prove it, he replied. I provide for them, I said. That's not the same as being there, he said. I shook my head. You don't understand. No, he said. You don't understand. That evening, I tried again. Ryan, I called out. Let's have dinner together tonight. I already ate, he said. With who? I asked. Friends, he replied. You didn't think to invite me? I said, half joking. He looked at me, confused. Why would I? That question hit harder than anything. Later, I knocked on Lucas's door. Can I come in? I asked. It's open, he said. I stepped inside. Let's talk. About what? He asked. Anything, I said. He shrugged. I don't really have anything to say. We used to talk all the time, I said. Yeah, he replied. When you were actually around. I froze. I've always been around. No, he said. You were just working. His words stayed with me. Sophia avoided me for days. When I finally caught her in the hallway, I said, Did I do something wrong? She looked at me for a moment. You really don't know? Tell me, I said. You were never there, she said softly. Not when I needed you. I did everything for you, I replied. I didn't need everything, she said. I needed you. She walked away, leaving me standing there. That night, Emily found me sitting alone. You see it now? She asked. I don't know how this happened, I said. It didn't happen overnight, she replied. It happened over years. I was working for them, I said, and they were growing without you, she said. I thought they'd understand, I whispered. They did, she said. They understood that you chose work over them. I didn't choose that, I argued. You did, she said gently. Every time you said, I'll try, I closed my eyes. I thought I had more time, I said. Emily sat beside me. Time doesn't wait. The house felt colder than ever. No laughter, no conversations, just silence. I feel like a stranger in my own home, I admitted. Emily didn't respond right away. Then she said, That's because you are. Her words cut deep. The next morning, I stood in the living room, looking around. Is this what I worked for? I asked myself. No one answered. I went to work early, hoping to escape the feeling. Mark saw me and shook his head. Running away won't fix it. I'm not running, I said. Then face it, he replied. I will, I said. But even as I said those words, I didn't move, because deep down I knew the truth. I'd already lost something I couldn't easily get back, and I didn't even see it happening. The day everything changed started like any other. Daniel, you look terrible, Mark said as I walked into work. I'm fine, I replied, forcing a smile. Just tired. You've been saying that for years, he said. When was the last time you actually rested? I don't have time to rest, I said. Bills don't pay themselves. Neither does your health, he replied. I'll be okay, I said, brushing him off. Let's just get to work. A few hours later, my head started spinning. You all right? Mark asked, noticing me lean against the wall. Yeah, just dizzy, I muttered. Sit down, he said. I'm fine, I insisted, taking a step forward. The room blurred. Daniel, Mark's voice echoed. The next thing I knew, everything went black. When I opened my eyes, I saw a white ceiling. Where am I? I whispered. You're in the hospital, a voice said. I turned my head slowly and saw Emily sitting beside me, holding my hand tightly. Emily, I said. Oh my God, Daniel, she said, her voice shaking. You scare me. What happened? I asked. You collapsed at work, she said. Mark called me. They brought you here. I tried to sit up, but she stopped me. Don't move, she said. The doctor will be here soon. A few moments later, a man walked in. I'm Dr. James Walker, he said. How are you feeling? I got hit by a truck, I replied weakly. He nodded. You've pushed your body too far. What does that mean? I asked. It means stress, overwork, and exhaustion finally caught up with you, he said. You're lucky it wasn't worse. Emily squeezed my hand. I told you this would happen. I'm fine, I said. No, you're not, she said. Look at you. I looked away. You need rest, Dr. Walker said. Real rest. Not just a day or two. I can't take time off, I said. You don't have a choice, he replied. If you keep going like this, next time might be worse. Daniel, Emily said softly, please listen to him. I sighed. All right. After the doctor left, I looked around the room. Did the kids come? I asked. Emily hesitated. Emily, I said. They're busy, she replied quietly. Busy, I repeated. They have things going on, she said. I'm in the hospital, I said, my voice rising. What could be more important than this? I called them, she said. They said they'd try to come. Try, I whispered. That word felt too familiar. Ryan has work, she added. Lucas has classes. Sophia has something planned. I stared at the ceiling. I see, I said. They care, Emily said quickly. They just have their own lives. I gave them my life, I said quietly. I know, she replied. Then why aren't they here? I asked. She didn't answer. Hours passed. Every time the door opened, I looked up, hoping to see one of them. But it was never them. Maybe they'll come tomorrow, Emily said. Maybe, I replied. The next day came. Still no one. Did they call? I asked. Ryan texted, she said. He said he's busy but hopes you're okay. That's it, I asked. She nodded. What about Lucas? I asked. He said he has exams, she replied. And Sophia? I asked. She said she'll visit when she can, Emily said. I laughed bitterly. When she can. Daniel, Emily said. No, it's fine, I said. I understand. Do you? She asked. I taught them this, I said. What do you mean? She asked. I showed them that being busy is more important than being present, I said. I did that. Emily looked at me, tears in her eyes. You were trying to give them a better life. And now they're living it without me, I said. Silence filled the room. I thought they'd be here, I admitted. I know, she said. I really thought they'd be here, I repeated. She held my hand tighter. I'm here. I know, I said, and I'm grateful. But it wasn't the same. I missed so much, I whispered. Emily nodded. You did. I thought I had time to fix it, I said. Time isn't always kind, she replied. I closed my eyes. For the first time in years, I wasn't thinking about work. I was thinking about everything I had lost. Do you think they'll come? I asked. I don't know, she said honestly. That answer hurt more than anything. Another day passed. Still nothing. No visits. No calls. Just silence. I stared at my phone, waiting for it to ring. It didn't. I feel like I don't matter, I said quietly. You do, Emily said. Not to them, I replied. She didn't argue. That silence said everything. I turned my head and looked out the window. I gave them everything, I said. And now, she asked softly. I swallowed hard. Now I see the truth, I said. What truth? She asked. I took a deep breath. That I was there for them when they needed me, I said. And when I needed them, my voice broke. They weren't there. For the first time in my life, I felt something inside me shatter. Not my body, not my strength, but something deeper, something I didn't know how to fix. And lying in that hospital bed, I realized I might never be the same again. When I finally came home from the hospital, the silence hit me first. I'm glad you're back, Emily said softly as she helped me sit down. Yeah, I replied, looking around. It feels different. Different how? She asked. Empty, I said. She didn't argue. I thought they'd be here, I added. They said they'd visit, she replied. Said, doesn't mean much anymore, I said quietly. A few hours later, Ryan walked in. Hey, Dad, he said, glancing at me before checking his phone. Ryan, I said, trying to smile. Good to see you. Yeah, you too, he replied. Sit down, I said. Let's talk. I don't have much time, he said. I just came to check in. Check in. I repeated. I'm not a task on your list. I didn't mean it like that, he said. Then what did you mean? I asked. He sighed. I just have a lot going on. I was in the hospital, I said. I know, he replied. I'm glad you're okay. That's it, I asked. What else do you want me to say, he said. I don't know, maybe act like it mattered, I said. It does matter, he insisted. Then why weren't you there? I asked. He didn't answer right away. I had work, he said finally. I laughed bitterly. Of course you did. Dad, he started. It's fine, I cut him off. Work comes first. I taught you that. He looked uncomfortable. I didn't stay long because I thought you'd need rest. I needed my son, I said. Silence filled the room. I should go, he said. Of course, I replied. You're busy. He nodded and walked out. I stared at the door long after he left. Lucas didn't come that day, or the next. I finally called him. Hey, Dad, he said. Lucas, I said, why haven't you visited? I've been busy, he replied. Busy doing what? I asked. Classes, projects, life, he said. Do you have 5 minutes? I asked. Not today, he said. Maybe later. Later, I repeated. Yeah, he said. I'll try. Don't, I said. What? He asked. Don't say you'll try, I said. Just be honest. He paused. I don't know what you want from me. I want you to care, I said. I do care, he replied. Then show it, I said. I can't just drop everything, he said. I dropped everything for you, I said. That was your choice, he replied. His words cut deep. I see, I said quietly. I have to go, he said. Of course you do, I replied. The call ended. Sophia called later that week. Hi, Dad, she said. Hi, I replied. When are you coming over? I've been really busy, she said. Everyone's busy, I said. I'll visit soon, she promised. Soon doesn't mean anything anymore, I said. Why are you saying that? She asked. Because I waited in a hospital bed for you, I said. And you didn't come. I felt bad, she said softly. Feeling bad isn't the same as being there, I replied. I didn't know what to say, she said. You didn't have to say anything, I said. You just had to come. She stayed silent. I miss you, she said finally. I miss you too, I replied. But missing someone isn't enough. I'll try to come this weekend, she said. Okay, I replied, though I didn't believe it. After the call, I sat in the living room, surrounded by memories. Do you remember when they used to run around this house? I asked Emily. I do, she said. It used to feel alive, I said. It still can, she replied. Not like before, I said. She sat beside me. You're hurting. I am, I admitted. They don't realize it, she said. They don't want to realize it, I replied. They're young, she said. So was I said. But I showed up. You showed up differently, she said. I showed up when it mattered, I replied. She looked at me with sadness. I tried to warn you, she said. I know, I replied. I wish you had listened, she added. Me too, I said. The days passed slowly. The house stayed quiet. Too quiet. I walked past old photos on the wall. Look at this, I said, pointing at one. Ryan's first game. You missed that one, Emily said gently. I know, I said. And this, she said, pointing to another. Sophia's performance. I missed that too, I admitted. And Lucas's graduation, she added. I closed my eyes. I missed a lot. You did what you thought was right, she said. And now I'm paying for it, I replied. She didn't argue. I gave them everything, I said. Almost everything, she corrected. I looked at her. What do you mean? You didn't give them your time, she said. Her words settled heavily in my chest. I thought time would come later, I said. Later isn't promised, she replied. I leaned back, staring at the ceiling. I feel like I don't belong here anymore, I said. This is still your home, she said. Is it? I asked. Or is it just a place I paid for? She didn't answer. That silence told me everything. I looked around one last time. This house has everything, I said. Then why does it feel so empty? She asked. I swallowed hard. Because I filled it with things, I said, and forgot to fill it with myself. That night, I wasn't supposed to hear it. Honestly, we should just sell it, Ryan said from the living room. I froze in the hallway. It's too big, Lucas replied. And expensive. My heart started pounding. Dad won't need it anyway, Ryan added. Those words hit me like a punch. I stayed still, listening. We could split the money, Lucas said. It makes sense. Exactly, Ryan replied. It's just sitting there. Just sitting there. That house was never just anything to me. I stepped into the room. Say that again. They both turned, startled. Dad, Ryan said, you're awake? I asked you to say it again, I said, my voice steady. Lucas looked uneasy. It's not what you think. Then explain it, I said. Ryan sighed. We were just talking. About selling my house, I replied. Our house, he corrected. I laughed, but there was no humor in it. Your house. We grew up here, he said. I built it, I replied. Every wall, every corner. I paid for it with my life. Dad, don't make it dramatic, Lucas said. Dramatic? I repeated. You think this is dramatic? We're being practical, Ryan said. That word snapped something inside me. Practical, I said slowly. That's what you call this? Yes, he replied. It's too big for you now. For me, I said. I'm still alive. We know, Lucas said. But you don't need all this space. I didn't build this house because I needed space, I said. I built it for all of you. And we're grateful, Ryan said. No, you're not, I replied. If you were, you wouldn't be talking about selling it behind my back. We weren't hiding it, Lucas said. Then why didn't you tell me? I asked. They stayed silent. That's what I thought, I said. Ryan ran a hand through his hair. Dad, you're taking this the wrong way. How else should I take it? I asked. We're thinking about the future, he said. What future? I said. The one where I don't exist. That's not fair, Lucas said. No, I replied. What's not fair is hearing my own sons talk about me like I'm already gone. We didn't mean it like that, Ryan said. Then how did you mean it? I asked. He hesitated. You've been sick. I'm recovering, I said. But what if it gets worse? Lucas added. So your solution is to sell everything I built? I asked. It's just a house, Ryan said. No, I said firmly. It's not just a house. They both went quiet. This house is every hour I worked, I said. Every moment I missed with you. Every sacrifice I made. We didn't ask you to do that, Lucas said. I know, I replied. But I did it anyway for you. Ryan looked at me. And now we're trying to make things easier. For who? I asked. For everyone, he said. Not for me, I replied. You'll be fine, Lucas said. That was it. You'll be fine, I repeated. Yes, he said. You don't need all this. I took a deep breath. For years, I said, I told myself everything I was doing was for you. It was, Ryan said. No, I replied. It wasn't. They looked confused. I was doing it because I thought it would make you stay, I said. What? Lucas asked. I thought if I gave you everything, you'd never leave, I said. Dad, Ryan started. But you already left. I cut him off. You just didn't walk out the door. Silence filled the room. You built your lives? I continued. And I'm not part of them. That's not true, Lucas said. Then why do I feel like a stranger? I asked. Neither of them answered. Ryan sighed. We're adults now. I can see that, I said. But somewhere along the way, you stopped being my sons. That's not fair, he said. No, I replied. What's not fair is giving everything and ending up with nothing. Lucas looked down. We didn't mean to hurt you. But you did, I said. Ryan stepped forward. What do you want us to do? I thought about that for a moment. I wanted you to care, I said. We do care, he insisted. Then show it, I said. We're trying, Lucas said. No, I replied. You're managing me. That's not true, Ryan said. It feels true, I said. They both went quiet again. I looked around the room. This house, I said, was never about money. Then what was it about? Lucas asked. Family, I said. And now? Ryan asked. I met his eyes. Now it's just a reminder, I said. A reminder of what? He asked. Of everything I got wrong, I replied. Neither of them spoke. I felt something shift inside me. For the first time, I wasn't just hurt. I was angry. You know what? I said. What? Ryan asked. You're right, I said. He looked surprised. About what? About being practical, I replied. Lucas frowned. What do you mean? I mean, I've been living my life the wrong way, I said. How? Ryan asked. I've been living for you, I said. And that's wrong, he asked. Yes, I said. Because you're not living for me. Silence. That was the moment everything became clear. I'm done, I said. Done with what? Lucas asked. Done chasing you, I replied. Dad, Ryan said. No, I said firmly. You made your choices. Now I'm making mine. They looked at me, unsure. What are you going to do? Lucas asked. I took a deep breath. For the first time in my life, I said, I'm going to think about myself. And that night, I made a decision that would change everything. The next morning, I woke up with a strange sense of calm. I'm not calling them, I said out loud. Emily looked at me. Are you sure? I've spent years chasing them, I replied. I'm done. She studied my face. This feels different. It is, I said. I'm different. What are you going to do? She asked. I'm going to start with this house, I said. Her eyes widened. What about it? I'm selling it, I replied. She paused. They were just talking about that. I know, I said. But this time it's my decision. And after that, she asked. I move on, I said. Later that day, I called Mark. You sound serious, he said. I am, I replied. I'm selling the house. Wow, he said. Didn't expect that. Neither did I admitted. But it's time. Are you okay? He asked. I think I finally am, I said. That's new, he replied. I've been living for everyone else, I said. Now I'm choosing myself. Mark chuckled. About time. Can you help me with the process? I asked. Of course, he said. I've got your back. Within weeks, everything changed. This is it, I said, standing in the empty living room. Emily nodded. It feels strange. It does, I said. But it also feels right. You're letting go, she said. I have to, I replied. Ryan came by that evening. What's going on? He asked, looking around. I sold the house, I said. You what? He said. I sold it, I repeated. Why didn't you tell us? He asked. Because it's my decision, I said. We were supposed to discuss it, he argued. You already did, I replied. Just without me. He went quiet. Lucas showed up shortly after. Is this true? He asked. Yes, I said. You can't just do that, he said. I already did, I replied. This affects all of us, he said. No, I said. It affects me. Sophia called later that night. Dad, why didn't you tell me? She asked. Would it have changed anything? I replied. I don't know, she said. Exactly, I said. Where are you going to live? She asked. I've already found a place, I said. Without telling us, she said. Yes, I replied. There was a long silence. You've changed, she said. I had to, I replied. A few days later, I stood in my new apartment. It's small, Emily said. It's peaceful, I replied. I like it, she said. So do I said. Mark walked in, smiling. This suits you. Does it? I asked. Yeah, he said. You look lighter. I feel lighter, I admitted. That's what happens when you stop carrying everyone else, he said. I nodded. For the first time in years, I had space. Not just physical space, but mental space. Days passed. I didn't call them. I didn't check in. I didn't wait. Then one evening, my phone rang. It was Sophia. Hey, I answered. Dad, you haven't called, she said. I know, I replied. Is everything okay? She asked. Yes, I said. You usually check on us, she said. I used to, I replied. There was a pause. We miss you, she said. I took a breath. Do you? Yes, she said. Then why didn't you show up before? I asked. She didn't answer. The next day, Ryan called. Dad, can we talk? He asked. We're talking, I said. I mean in person, he said. Why? I asked. Because things feel different, he said. They're different, I replied. You don't call anymore, he said. I stopped chasing people who don't chase me, I said. That's not fair, he said. It wasn't fair when I needed you either, I replied. He went quiet. Lucas texted me later. Are you mad at us? I replied, no. Then why are you acting like this? He asked. I'm not acting, I said. I'm living. A few days later, all three of them showed up at my door. Dad, Ryan said, looking around. This is where you live now. Yes, I said. It's different, Lucas added. I like it, I replied. Sophia stepped forward. We've been worried. Why? I asked. Because you've been distant, she said. I almost laughed. Now you feel it, I said. They looked at each other. Feel what? Ryan asked. The distance, I replied. Silence filled the room. We didn't realize, Lucas said. I know, I replied. We thought you were okay, Sophia added. I wasn't, I said. But I am now. Ryan looked at me carefully. You really have changed. I had to, I said. Can things go back to how they were? He asked. I shook my head. No. Why not? Lucas asked. Because I'm not that man anymore, I replied. They stood there, unsure. I still love you, I said. That hasn't changed. Then what has? Sophia asked. I finally learned my worth, I said. And now? Ryan asked. I looked at them calmly. Now, I don't lose myself trying to keep anyone else. I heard the knock and immediately knew who it was. Come in, I called. The door opened slowly. Ryan stepped inside first. Dad, we were wrong, he said, voice low. I didn't respond. I just looked at him. Lucas stood beside him, head down, fists clenched. We messed up, he admitted. Sophia came last. Tears streamed down her face. Dad, we miss you, she said, voice breaking. I took a deep breath. I needed you, I said quietly. And you weren't there? Ryan swallowed. We thought you'd be fine. Fine, I repeated. I was in the hospital, bleeding, hurting, and you thought I'd be fine? I didn't know what to do, Lucas whispered. You didn't know? I asked, voice rising slightly. I gave you my life, and you didn't even show up? Sophia sniffled. We were scared, Dad. We didn't want to make it worse. Worse? I echoed. You weren't there at all. Worse would have been worse than nothing. Ryan rubbed the back of his neck. We didn't realize, he said. You didn't realize? I repeated, my chest tightening. I spent years working, giving, sacrificing, and you didn't notice me until I stopped. Lucas looked up, shame in his eyes. We see it now. We do. And it took you stopping, I said. It took me leaving, giving up, not chasing, for you to understand. Sophia's voice shook. We were selfish, Dad. We didn't think about you. We're sorry. I stayed quiet. I wanted to shout, to hug them, to break down. But I also remember the nights I waited, the calls unanswered, the birthdays missed. I tried to tell you before, I said finally. I tried to reach you, but you were too busy, too distracted. Ryan's eyes filled with tears. We know now. We finally get it. You finally get it. I repeated, letting the words sink in. It took too long. We want to make it right, Lucas said, voice tight. I shook my head slowly. There's no undoing the past. I can't go back to how things were. I've changed. You've changed. But not in time. Sophia stepped closer. Can we at least start over? She asked. I looked at all three of them. I wanted to cry. I wanted to forgive instantly. Part of me still longed for the hugs, the laughter, the home I imagined. I don't reject you, I said carefully. But I'm not going back to that life either. That man, I am not him anymore. Ryan swallowed hard. We understand, he said. You should, I replied. Because the man you see now, he's not the one who waited for you. He's the one who waited for himself. Lucas finally spoke, voice almost a whisper. We're so sorry, Dad. I know, I said. And that's why it's too late for regret to fix things. Sophia wiped her tears. But we'll be here. We'll try. I don't doubt that, I said. I hope you do. I hope you don't forget how it felt to be on the other side. Ryan nodded, his face pale. We won't. We'll never forget. I needed you when it mattered. I reminded them. Not now, not after I stopped giving everything. I needed you then. Lucas looked down again. We see that now, Dad. And sometimes, I said, letting the words hang, people only realize your value when you stop giving it to them. Sophia's voice was soft. We understand, Dad. We really do. I gave a small nod. Good. Remember it. Don't wait until someone disappears to see what they mean to you. They stayed silent, guilt and understanding mixing in their eyes. You can stay, I said finally. But this isn't the old life. I've changed. You've changed. And that's all there is to it. Ryan's lips trembled. We'll respect that. I hope you do, I said, looking at each of them. Love shouldn't cost you yourself. And I almost forgot that lesson completely. They nodded, tears still glistening, and I felt a strange peace settle over me. I've learned my worth, I said quietly, almost to myself. And so should you. The room was silent, but for the first time in years, it wasn't heavy. It felt honest. I had given my life, and now I was taking it back. And for the first time, I wasn't afraid of being alone. I was free.